BeerZerker! Alright. Looks like I found myself a premium Pilsner, hopefully. It's the Radeberger, or Radeberger, or however you say that. And it's 140 years, brewed in Radeberg, Germany. Radeberg, or whatever. It's a Pilsner that is brewed with only the choicest hops, pale malt, and pure spring water. It's at 4.8% alcohol by volume. This was a pretty good deal because everything else in this particular store is quite expensive. This is like $2.70, and there's a 20-cent deposit on the super can, so you can pour this one a little bit vigorously. Got the proper Pilsner glass here. Well, that's looking okay. Got a bit of our Pilsner goldenness here, but it's very pale. Alright. Check out the head. Looking pretty sweet. Well, that's really good. We're getting kind of the earthy stuff. It's kind of like the Urquell aroma here, but this is slightly different. The head is very creamy for a Pilsner. Getting a little bit of sweetness. The very clean. It's like you're feeling the awesome water here. I'm assuming this is quite soft water. If it is typical of the style, and it is tasting like soft water, nice texture to it. I love soft water. Not a luxury we get here on the plains. We have to sift the stone out of our water. Oh, it's extra cold. This is like Urquell, maybe not as planty, not as grassy. It's very, very smooth and clean, and it's not the hops are very low key. We're not nearly as. This is a beer I think everybody would really like, actually. The carbonation in the body of the beer is really nice. It's giving a really nice mouthfeel here. It's getting that, you know how the hops are in the pale lagers with the everybody likes. It's just the perfect balance is what I'm trying to say. Perfect. And it's not a real heavy flavor either. Some people with the Euro lagers are too skunky if they're green bottled, or like they're too hoppy, whatever. This is really, really picking out awesome barley flavors here in the barley malt. This is probably my new favorite Pilsner. I mean, they're all, like Urquell's good and everything, and these different ones are good, but I really like this one. That is just crisp. So of course we're lacing here. We got a good shove all the lacing here. The head is disappearing though, but it's got a bit of residual. Almost like an English ale, like low carb ale head almost. Slight bit of scum on the top here. Yeah. A little bit of a club soda vibe in the finish. But this one's pretty clean. Well, this one's a keeper. Rate out of 11 here. So is this one a Spinal Tap? That's pretty close. I think it's very light, and maybe it's a little bit lighter than I would go a little heavier maybe. Might be a cool experiment, but that's pretty good though. Yeah, it's almost too light for me. Like, I do like it and everything, but I like my beers a little bit heavier than this. So I'm gonna 10 out of 11 it. For a Pilsner out of a can from the liquor store, this one's pretty sweet. I could have thrown a little more barley in here, but this is a really great summer beer. I think if you're out in the heat, this is definitely one that you're going to want to drink. And probably on the higher end of all the Euro lagers, this is definitely at the top of the food chain. Oh. So we had a fair bit of lacing, head all the way to the bottom. Extremely light. A bit more hops for maybe a few people, but it wasn't overly hoppy for a European lager for sure. I think it definitely 10 out of 11, might be a 9 out of 11 for you. Getting a nice bitter numbness and aftertaste here. So yeah, look into it. They got all kinds of awards on the cover here, all kinds of medals, and it's the first time I've had it. 140 years, 4.8%. So I said what? 10 out of 11, 9 out of 11. Well, that's just 9 and 9.5. BeerZerker, and I'm out.